speaking of, Fenty and raunchy stuff.
Oh, I had a thought about. Sorry.
Okay.
No, I think it might be what you're about to talk about.
Magic Mike.
Yes.
Yeah. Did you know number 3 was out?
Okay, so I saw you had put it on the list.
Yeah.
And I just started seeing the promo. It must be coming out in the next couple of weeks.
It's out.
Oh, it's out already. Because I know promos.
That's why I put it up there, because I'm like,
Promos usually are 3 weeks out. But
let me be clear.
are you going to see it?
I don't watch any Magic Mike anything. I don't like Channing Tatum as an actor. I don't think he's a good actor. I think he is great at sex appeal. I think he takes amazing care of his physique. And I think he is very talented, because I remember watching Step Up and was like, that white boy can dance. I can just two-step with my cup in my hand. That's all I got. And I could catch a dub. Or whatever kids call it these days.
You can't catch a dub.
But I can't do none of the shit that he was doing in Step Up. But acting? No. I don't believe in Channing Tatum as a lead actor. He's a supporting actor kind of guy. And sometimes not good at that either. I don't like him as an actor. I don't think he's great at acting. But I also don't want to see him half naked. I have no interest in that. So no, I'm not seeing, I know you were being silly, but no, I'm not seeing Magic Mike 3. I didn't watch 1, 2, or anything else he was in. 21 Jump Street, none of that shit. Now.
Oh, I did see 21 Jump Street, at least the first one.
What I do think is really interesting is that this is called The Last Dance. Uh-huh. Magic Mike XXL, The Last Dance, whatever the hell it's called.
I think it's The Last Dance.
I don't know the
second one was
the part before the semicolon. This one is The Last Dance after the semicolon. Now, it's the third movie, probably his last movie in this series, because he said that on
Kelly Clarkson.
Thank you very much, Kelly Clarkson. We spoke about it on Food, Fitness, and Fun. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Dre. And he is probably his last movie. And so the fact that it's probably his last movie, the fact that it's the last of the trilogy, who knows if they're going to do 20 more or not.
I hope not.
But, and the fact that he has not had a lead role in a long time. And the last thing I'll add is that this franchise has such a huge following.
Does it?
Magic Mike? Oh, the ladies love seeing him and the rest of the half-naked crew in these movies.
You're going to laugh when you hear
I'm pretty sure I know what you're going to say. But...
Okay, go ahead.
Well, you're not a fan of the whites. So...
yeah, white men don't do it for me. But anyway.
That's why I said I think I know what you're going to say. Yeah. So... but this shit got a huge following. Where's the promo? Why is there no promo for Magic Mike 3?
Yeah, I found that...
Because I just went on the AMC app to get my Ant-Man tickets for me and my daughter. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, does that shit say Magic Mike? Why they put Magic Mike back in theaters? And then I saw The Last Dance, and I'm like, hold on, let me leave this app and go Google. Oh, this is number 3? Oh. Like the new one? Who knew this was out? It was already out?
I mean, I've been seeing the commercials for it. So that's why I was saying, is it coming out? Because I know movie promos typically start 3 weeks out. I think, but it seems like there was no, like, there's advertisements for it, mm-hmm. which is what I'm seeing when I'm watching TV and whatever. But there was no, like, buzz about it. Like, in terms of, like, that boots on the ground promotion, like, there was none of that. Yeah. This was the first, I mean, I saw your update, but then I was watching something, and I was like, oh, that's what this is. And I started seeing all the commercials for it. So that's why I didn't even think it had come out yet. But, is what I will say. All right. So, when I saw your note, I said, there's a third Magic Mike? Now, I had never seen Magic Mike. I think someone a while back, if I remember correctly, tried to show me the first one, and I was just like, what are these white men doing? Not my cup of tea.
But that's why I say I'm pretty sure I know what you're going to say.
Also, male strippers don't really do it for me. Like, I'm not really into it. It's weird. It's not bad. It's just not for me. I'd rather see women strippers.
Holler.
I've been to bachelorette parties where the strippers come to the party.
Is there fire in here?
Yeah, and to me it's just weird. There was the one that I went to where the stripper smelled like it was almost like it seemed like he had left one party and came to another, and he did not smell good. And I would imagine like you would want to smell top notch.
If you're going to put your crotch in people's face. If you're going to
put your crotch in people's face. I remember one tried to like run after me and I was like, don't you dare. Because I'm not into that. And I'm not a prude by any means. I would rather like, I appreciate like a woman's body in that way better. I don't know. I've never been into the male stripper thing. And then to like go to a male strip club and then like that move that they do where they like grind in the floor, like it doesn't do anything for me. It doesn't move me in any way. So I remember someone being like, oh my gosh, you gotta see Magic Mike. And I was like, do I?
Right.
Cause I'm not really into this. But after I saw your note, while the rest of you were watching the Super Bowl, I did a double feature. Which I paused to watch Rihanna.
You watched Magic Mike 1 and 2?
I watched 1 and 2 because I wanted to understand why there was a third one. It was purely for informational purposes. It was not because I thought that they were going to be great movies. I saw that they were on HBO Max. I said, oh, I have HBO Max. Let me go. Let me watch Magic Mike. So I watched the first one. And I'm like, oh, okay, Channing Tatum. Yeah, like he's cool, but that's it. Like Matt Bomer is in it.
Watch your mouth. No, I'm kidding.
Matt Bomer was in.
Sounded like Boner.
I know. Matt Bomer was in White Collar, and I loved White Collar when it was on. So I was like, oh, okay, there goes Matt.
I don't even know who he is.
I recognized at least half of the cast. So I was like, okay, let's see what this is about. To me, honestly, the storyline is very typical. You know, he's trying to save up some money so he can not live this life anymore. He could live a different life, you know, blah, blah, blah. He gets the girl, blah, 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 whatever. Then the second one is...
This is going to make such great content.
His life.
This excites me so much. I don't know if they can see how excited I am. But man, who knew we were going to get the Dashing Queen Magic Mike double feature review?
His life kind of goes to shit a little bit. Like, he gets the life he wants, but then it's not really the life he thought he was going to have. So now he's like, oh, maybe I'll fuck around with the guys again. You know, and...
There goes the JD cam. Go ahead.
I was just like, but I don't want to see these white men dance. That was my biggest takeaway. I was like, I still don't get it. Because, you know, I thought maybe at the end of it, I would be like, oh, I get the whole male stripper thing. I didn't get it at the end. At the end, I was like, oh, this is for, like, old,
Whoops. Continue.
Old white women.
Right.
And, you know, women who love, or people who love, chiseled white bodies. And I am...
Holy shit. Yo, I wish so badly that we named our episodes at random like other podcasts do. Because, man, I would so name this podcast Chiseled White Bodies.
I know.
But I want to click on it. Could you imagine just scrolling in your feed and be like, new episode, Chiseled White Bodies?
But you know.
What does does that even mean?
You know when you're supposed to like something that you don't like. You know when like people expect you, like what's expected of you is for you to be like, oh yeah, like this is so attractive, and I'm just like, this is so not attractive. I'd rather watch, I don't know, The Best Man and have Morris Chestnut be fully clothed. And I am more turned on by that than these 6 men humping the dirty floor in the place that they're in. By the way, in movie number 2, it's interesting because Donald Glover is in it.
Holler.
AKA Childish Gambino.
That's right.
At first, and I hate the lighting. I fucking hate the lighting in this series, I guess. It's like weird, it's like blue and pink, and
that's what the ads are.
That's how when they're dancing.
That's part of the branding.
Right. When they're dancing, that's how it is. So at one point,
I'm gonna start doing that. I'm gonna start making I'm gonna start having like blue lighting when I record my pod. Like,
I mean, people do it.
I'm kidding,
but yeah, I see this black guy, and I'm like, oh, a black man.
Yay!
Hey! I mean, he didn't look like somebody I wanted, but I was just like, okay, who is this? He looks familiar.
Right.
And again, the lighting is weird, so I couldn't tell for like 10 minutes. I'm like, is that him?
Was he performing Redbone?
No. No, but he did do a little song at one point in the movie.
Look at that.
He did do a little song, and then he ends up being like a part of the rest of the film.
Oh.
And
so you got to see him shake his tail feather too?
No. That was not the role that he played.
And I'm happy.
He was an entertainer. Now, you know who I did see? You were just talking about football, and I had no idea that this person was in the movie. Michael Strahan is the worst stripper I have ever seen on a television or movie production.
Yo, you on fire right now.
Michael Strahan. I said, is that Strahan? It was Strahan. Yes, it was.
And he had already lost the weight by then, right?
Oh, no, his body looked great.
No, because Michael Strahan was on the larger side when he was playing football. But once he retired, he went shoo.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is since he's been like on GMA and whatever. This was, I think the second movie came out in 2015.
Your guess is better than mine.
Well, because
and you should know, actually.
I looked at the movie last night. I literally saw it 24 hours ago. So
what a pod. These last 2 pods, I'm telling you, we about to be out of here.
But
I don't even normally say shit like that. But no, please continue. Michael Strahan.
I had no idea what he was doing. It was very clear. Now, what I will say is that Strahan is light on his feet, but we know this because he is a football player. You know, and football players tend to be lighter on their feet. They, you know, some of them even take ballet just so that they can.
Yes,
they can learn how to be light on their feet. And I could see that because at one point he did this little jump thing, and I said, "Oh my gosh, how graceful!"
Yeah.
How graceful, but how terrible of a stripper he is. He was not even a little good. Oh, shit. Honestly, he was just like going near the woman and kind of going like this. He wasn't really doing anything. I was like, you don't know how to make your body roll straight in?
You ain't teach him.
I mean, body roll is like just like basics. Even I can do the body roll, and I am no stripper, but I can make my body roll.
Yo,
all right?
That reminds me of this comedian.
Mm-hmm.
Tez put me on to him when we were kids.
Mm-hmm.
His name is oh my god, his name is Pablo Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
And he had a roommate who was a stripper. He has a whole bit about it. Mm-hmm. And then he said, I mean, this guy looks great. Not like me. You see my body? I couldn't be a stripper at Denny's with this body. Yo, when you said I'm not a stripper, that's exactly what came to my mind. He's like, you see this body? And he looks down. He's not chubby or anything. He's just average. And he's like, you see this body? I couldn't be a stripper at Denny's with this body. Yo, super funny.
But yeah,
Pablo Francisco.
But yeah, listen.
But no, please continue with your Strahan hate. Come on.
I mean, it just wasn't good. It wasn't good. They had, you know what they had Childish Gambino doing? They had him kind of being like the one who like performed music and then flirted with the women.
Okay. He was the pregame. He was the warm up.
Sort of, yeah.
He was like the foreplay.
He was like the foreplay. He was like, you know, when they would single out certain women and try to make them feel beautiful or pretty or whatever, he was the one who could sing or rap to them or whatever. That was his role. But it was pretty terrible, actually.
Man, what content? Oh,
Both
this
of
is
them.
like
Pretty
such
terrible.
a great episode right now. You're on fire. What else you want to talk about? What other things you got opinions on? What else you want to hate on?